Hello everyone, this is again Attorney Mayelle and you are watching Lawfully Pink. Today, medyo interesting ang ating topic. Okay, ito yung para sa mga tao na nagmamahal ulit at gusto ulit magpakasal kahit na meron silang previous marriage. Okay, marami po sa inyo na very excited to get married dahil matagal na daw silang hiwalay ng kanilang noong esposo, paano nauna nilang esposo, tapos ngayon gusto na nila magpakasal ulit dahil mahal na nila itong nakita nilang pangalawang mapapangasawa, they found true love. So, maghinay-hinay lang po tayo, huwag tayo maging hasty sa ating mga desisyon. Alamin muna natin kung ito ba ay naaayon sa batas, ang pagpapakasal ba ulit ay naaayon sa batas. Alamin po kung ano ang pwedeng crime na makomit, okay? Now we will talk about bigamy. What is bigamy? The penalty of prison mayor shall be imposed upon any person who shall contract a second or subsequent marriage before the former marriage has been legally dissolved, or before the absent spouse has been declared presumptively dead by means of a judgment rendered in the proper proceedings. Yes, so ano po ang mga elemento ng bigamy? Number 1, the offender has been legally married. Number 2, such marriage has not been legally dissolved, or in case his or her spouse is absent, the absent spouse has not been could not yet be presumed dead in accordance to the Civil Code. Number 3, the offender contracts a second or subsequent marriage. Number 4, the second or subsequent marriage has all the essential requisites for its validity. Now, depensa ba sa bigamy ang pag sinabi mo na void naman yung marriage namin dahil 17 years old lang kami noon or voidable naman yung marriage namin kasi pinilit lang naman ako niyan nung pakasal kami. Depensa ba sa bigamy yun? Hindi po, okay? Madami po sa atin ang nagpapakasal ulit kasi akala nila pwede na magpakasal ulit dahil hiwalay na sila like for 10 or to 50 years dun sa una nilang napangasawa. Okay? Ito po yun. Hanggat hindi po kayo nagpa-file sa korte para ipetisyon na yung una ninyong kasal ay may declare na null and void, ay hindi po kayo pwede magpakasal ulit. Okay? Kailangan po merong final judgment declaring the previous marriage to be null and void. Para po magkaroon kayo ng karapatan magpakasal ulit sa pangalawa. Ano pong effect kapag nagpakasal kayo agad without the previous marriage being declared null and void by a competent court? Pwede po kayo maging liable sa bigamy. Okay? Again, yung bigamy, kailangan yung first marriage valid at yung second marriage valid din. Okay? Parehas, lahat ng requisites, essential and formal requisites, nandito sa first marriage. Ganon din sa second marriage. So again, lilinawin lang natin. Hindi po kayo pwede agad magpakasal just because mahabang panahon na kayong hiwalay ng Mr. o Mrs. mo. Hindi kayo pwede magpakasal ulit sa iba. Kung yung unang kasal ninyo ay hindi nyo napafilan sa korte ng tamang petisyon para ma-declare ito na null and void. Okay? Kailangan po na may final judgment from a competent court declaring the previous marriage null and void para po hindi kayo maging liable sa bigamy in case magpakasal kayo ulit. Ngayon, paano kung yung asawa mo nasa ibang bansa na tapos hindi na kayo nagko-contact? Okay? Wala na kayong communication. Tapos, you had the honest belief na dinivorce ka na niya. Kala mo talaga dinivorce ka na niya. May nagsabi sa'yo, so naniwala ka naman doon. And then, nag-contract ka ng another marriage. Kasi naisip mo, dinivorce naman niya na ako sa ibang bansa so pwede na ako magpakasal. And then you found out na Hindi pala, hindi ka pala niya divorce, pero nakapag-contract ka na ng second marriage. So, anong liability mo? Ayon sa People versus Schneckenberger, you can be held liable for bigamy through reckless imprudence. Pero, sabi ng Supreme Court sa People versus Bitdu, it was not bigamy through reckless imprudence. It was actually intentional bigamy. Bakit? Alamin natin bakit. In the case of People versus Bitdu, it was held to be intentional bigamy. The reason for this ruling is that the legal effect of divorce is a matter of law, and everyone is presumed to know the law. O, diba? So, kay People versus Schneckenberger, bigamy through reckless imprudence. But kay People versus Bitdu, intentional bigamy. If you have the honest belief na dinivorce ka na ng spouse mo na nakatira na sa ibang bansa and then you contracted second marriage, same result. You can be prosecuted for bigamy. Now, once na na-establish na ni complainant na, oy, kasal ka pa sa akin nung nagpakasal ka dyan sa babaeng yan. Once na na-establish na ni complainant yon, the defense has now the burden to prove that the previous marriage was already dissolved when the second marriage was contracted. So, sila na bahala doon. Sila na may burden to prove noon na, teka, dissolved na yung marriage nyo, na-annul na yan. Ito na nga, meron na ang final judgment ng court eh. So, sila na magpo-prove noon. Hindi na yun burden ng complainant. Now, mapunta tayo dun sa second element ng bigamy. Diba, meron dun that the marriage has not been legally dissolved or in case his or her spouse is absent, the absent spouse could not yet be presumed dead according to the civil code. So, ano bang ibig sabihin nitong absent spouse? Sino ba to? Okay. If your husband or wife is missing for 4 consecutive years and you had a well-founded belief that he or she is dead, then pwede ka magpakasal ulit. Okay? Or in case of absence, tapos may danger, for example, nasa laot siya, tapos may storm, so may danger. In that case, the absence of 2 years will suffice. So, pwede na. So, pwede ka magpakasal ulit. But, again, hindi agad-agad yon, hindi automatic na just because nawawala yung asawa mo for 5 consecutive years, papapakasal ka na ulit. Or, naisip mo na, ay, ano na yun, baka kinain na ng pating yun, 2 years na yun, nasa ano yun eh, nasa seaman yun, nasa laot yun, syempre, naanod na yun, or, ayun na nga, kinain ng pating. So, hindi pwedeng rekta na you will contract a subsequent marriage. Definitely, before you can contract a second marriage, there should be a final a declaration of the presumptive death of your absent spouse. Okay, the court will issue the declaration of the presumptive death of the absent spouse. So kailangan meron ka ng dokumento na yun so that you can validly and legally contract a subsequent marriage. Now, kailangan yung tandaan that the subsequent marriage must have all the requisites for the validity of the marriage. Kasi kung yung second marriage ay void, then there's no bigamy. For example, yung second marriage, nagpakasal naman sila na walang marriage license. So, void yon. So, there is no bigamy. Kailangan, valid din yung second marriage. With all the essential requisites and formal requisites, no, lahat ng kailangan para legal ang kasal andon. Were it not for the presence of the previous marriage, sila talaga dapat mag-asawa. Pero dahil meron ngang previous marriage, so the second marriage becomes bigamous. Okay, again, tandaan, dapat yung second marriage valid din siya kasi kung void siya, kung lacking naman ng any essential requisites for its validity, then there's no bigamy to speak of. Now, ano naman ang liability ng spouse na nagpakasal, na alam niya na yung pinapakasalan niya ay kasal pa sa una? okay, na wala pang declaration of nullity of marriage or kaya declaration of presumptive death nung asawa niya. So, accomplice siya. Okay? May liability pa rin siya as accomplice. Now, ano naman ang liability ng witness na nag-vouch na sinasabi niyan, these persons can validly marry each other because they have no legal impediment. Okay? Pero alam ng witness na yun na isa dun sa dalawa validly married pa sa ibang asawa sa previous spouse. Ano ang liability ng witness na yon? Liability niya, isa din siyang accomplice. Okay? Pero if you just merely attended the wedding, tapos ka lang, nakikain ka lang, okay? Hindi ka naman maging accomplice. But the witness who vouched that both parties can validly marry each other, kahit na alam niya na may previous existing valid marriage pa yung isa doon sa spouses na yon, then accomplice siya. Now, bigamy is not a private crime. It is a crime against the state. So, yung lalaki, halimbawa, yung lalaki na nagpakasal ulit, hindi niya pwede gawing depensa na, yung nagpakasal naman ako ulit, alam naman yan, nakasal pa ako sa una eh. Hindi niya pwedeng gawing depensa yon. Bakit? Because bigamy is not a crime against dun sa pinakasalan, but against the state. So again, in the case of bigamy, it doesn't matter kung yung first wife or second wife yung nag-initiate ng complaint. Kasi this is a public offense. And since it is a public offense, kahit sino with civic spirit who may come to know of the same may initiate to file a bigamy case. I hope may natutunan kayo and wag po natin paniniwalaan yung kapag tumibok ang puso. Ano yun? Kanta ni Donna Cruz na kapag tumibok ang puso, wala ka nang magagawa kundi sundin ito. That's not true. Okay, gamitin nyo po yung utak ninyo. Kung kasal pa kayo sa una, hindi porket in love kayo dito sa pangalawa, ay pwede na kayo magpakasal. Magtanong po muna kayo para hindi kayo nakakasuhan ng bigamy. Maging maingat po tayo at hindi lang puro puso ang pairalin, pati din po ang isip. So, thank you for your time and I hope to see you soon again sa aking next vlog. This is Attorney Joanna Mayelle, Head of Flores, saying God bless you all and stay safe. Bye!